Tasmania Talks with Aaron Stevens. Weekday mornings from 9.
The Therapeutic Goods Administration, or the TGA, announced the decision this week to down-schedule certain low-dose cannabidiol preparations from Schedule 4, which is prescription medicine, to Schedule 3, which is Pharmacist Only Medicine. This would mean the TGA approved CBD products for adults of up to 150 milligrams per day could be provided over the counter by a pharmacist without a prescription. However, there are currently no TGA approved products on the Australian Register of Therapeutic Goods that meet the criteria. So that's an issue. Lynn Cleaver, founder of Cannabis Awareness Tasmania, joins me this morning to talk about this. Hello, Lynn.
Hello, Aaron. How are you?
Good. So is this good news?
It's certainly a step in the right direction, and you would imagine it'd be great news for those within the industry that are wishing to bring a product forward that will fit the criteria for these medicines.
Are we expecting someone to do that? Are they already talking about bringing in these medicines that do fit the bill?
I'm assuming so. I've seen some reports online that are indicating that there are some products that are currently being used within Australia that might fit the criteria. So what it would mean is that these companies have to sponsor their product and get it registered on the ARTG, and then potentially it could be sold in pharmacies as a low-dose CBD product.
So what does this mean for the products you develop?
It's a very, very low dose. So, and I think it's less than 1 or 2% of other cannabinoids, so it's pretty much pure CBD. Problem is, a lot of people, including Jeremy, utilise the whole plant, like a broad cannabinoid profile, including THC, which is not included in this. So while that's not happening at the moment, what this means is that at least we're accepting that CBD from the cannabis plant is safe and can be used. So in that respect, it's a good step forward.
Because there's been quite a few changes made in Britain just recently, which are positive too, aren't there?
Yeah, and I mean, generally across the world, Australia is a little bit slow to the table when it comes to cannabinoid therapy, but and particularly in Tasmania, we've heard from a government spokesperson, I think it was in the newspaper this morning, saying that, Tasmania doesn't need to do anything. They're just going to align with this down-scheduling of CBD. So the question needs to be asked, why on earth are they still leaving the controlled access scheme in place, which is severely limiting very unwell Tasmanians' access to a legal cannabis prescription? I think they need to move on that next and quickly.
So the downgrading or the new grading for this product doesn't change the higher grades at all?
No. So what will happen is, until such time as they go on to the ARTG as an approved medicine, they remain listed as unapproved medicines. So patients will access either by the special access scheme via an authorised prescriber, or here in Tasmania via the controlled access scheme.
Yeah, and we've discussed the controlled access scheme before, which simply doesn't work.
Well, it works for some, but not for anywhere near the amount of people that actually use cannabis within this state medicinally. So, yeah. Will
these change in this current change, and also what's happening in Britain, change the perspective of doctors in Tasmania?
I would think so. If the TGA says, if the TGA approves the product as safe, then doctors can start considering it as part of their toolkit for their patients, particularly for chronic pain. Many Australians use cannabis for chronic pain, so it's important that we move on that, and our doctors become educated and our pharmacists become educated, and then patients can go and get these products and be under the care of their doctors, and that's all what anybody wants, to have access and to do it safely.
And we can develop TGA-approved CBD products under the new guidelines in Australia?
Under the understanding that we can, yes. I think there's even a couple of companies within Tasmania that are looking to make use of this new down scheduling. So I hope, hopefully we'll see products grown and manufactured in Tasmania and provided to Tasmanian patients, that would be wonderful.
Definitely. So how are things progressing for your son, Jeremy?
We are still in the stage where we have to try more medicines, conventional medicines, before being approved, which we've already said we won't do. So, and this low-dose CBD, while it might be of benefit for conditions that it's indicated for, somebody with epilepsy need a much higher dose per day of CBD. So
what are you talking? Because this is up to 150 milligrams. What sort of dosage does Jeremy take? Or require?
A lot more than that. Some of the trials that have been done across the country, and this is just for pediatric epilepsy, they're using 100 milligrams 3 times a day.
Oh, really?
So the cap, and of course adults, they weigh more. So per kilogram, mg per kilogram, 150 milligrams is not going to be enough. But there'll be some conditions that it will help, and that is a good thing.
All right, so it is a good thing. We can call this a win.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
A precautionary win.
All right, Lynn. Always good to talk to you. Thank you. Look after yourself.
Thank you.
And Jeremy.
Bye-bye.
Lynn Cleaver, who is the founder of Cannabis Awareness Tasmania.
Tasmania Talks with Aaron Stevens. Weekday mornings from 9.